Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're sending you the biggest smile ever after the end of another successful Posidonia here in Athens today, Friday, the 6th of June 2014. It was great. Those of you who have missed it, well, miss it, you never miss it. You can see it from the various bulletins on television worldwide. And of course, via your press agent who can advise you verbatim what happened with pictures of Posidonia. Now, let's start with the markets that don't follow Posidonia, they don't follow anything like that whatsoever. So again, from this medium, we have some more news to make you cautious of what's going to happen. The Baltic Dry Index closed up today at 989 points, up 12 points since yesterday and 55 since last week's 934 points. Again, once again, I say better, below the 1000 mark point and 56.8% for those who keep the exact figures, down from the last closing of December. So 2,227 points, we are down 1,269 points. That brings the 989 of the Dry Index. Again, more or less now, it is the joke, whatever you can call it. It is the oxymoron. Once we have the Panamaxes up, once we have up the Cape-size ships, the Capers now, up 1,793 points, 104 points up since yesterday, and 398 points since last week, 1,395 points. Again, you can't help it. It would be either, as I said, the Cape-size or the Panamax ones. The Panamaxes down 31 points to 727. So the Boeing 727, it's a reality. 727 down. And overall, 145 points since last week, 872 points that it closed down on Friday, the 30th of May. The Baltic, the BSI, 802, minus 9 points and minus 28 points since last week, 485 points. It closed, as I said, to this level. The BHSI stable, close to the 485, 452. We don't have the latest one, it came mutilated on the report. Wets, you know the wets, don't discuss about the wets, very dangerous situations. As I said in the preamble of this reporting, Posidonia 2014, I welcome you for Posidonia 2016. We hope to be even a far better. We are very optimistic about every coming Posidonia. The whole world was here to honor and continue closely to work with the Greek masters of the seven seas. All this industry here, which mainly is around the shipbuilding industry, they were here. Again, another oxymoron. The country with the biggest shipping cannot build the ship anymore, cannot repair the ships anymore, call it unionism, high cost, whatever. This is the reality. The politicians and the ship owners and all the stakeholders in the cluster of Piraeus should find a way. They can't find a way. And the traitors should go home. I have to say this word because some people are traitors. So the whole world celebrated Posidonia at the Athens Metropolitan Center. We hope they go back to where they have to go back, to Piraeus. This is the celebration for the Piraeus boys, as we call them, the Actinioli clan who runs the seven seas. It must be done there. It is not an aviation conference, an exhibition, is a shipping exhibition. It should go back to Piraeus. We had enough to be staged at this marquise at the old Athens airport. Well, obviously, this is one of the best ever centers Greece has ever had, but it's too far away and causes not nice logistics, particularly when everybody has to attend 9 to 10 events where they've got invited for, with all the companies they make these days. It's a very big distance, and you don't have your own airplane or helicopter with all the facilities to be ready for these parties. This is very, very important. It was good overall, because the world came here, and the newcomers, the people with new stands, I mean, the exhibitors broke, of course, another record. It was something unbelievable. Every day was far better from the respective day of 2 years ago. You will find in our site a lot of reporting that it will surprise you. We have stacked on the conferences of Mare Forum and Capital Links and the other conferences that have been held there, and you will see and you will read. So we don't like to tire you tonight. It's a long weekend. It's a bank holiday in Greece here, and I'm sure slowly you get your act together and you go through and see what shipping, all about shipping, has provided you for. Now, a few other news in Ukraine. The two Ps, Poroshenko and Putin, they met in France. Very interesting. Today, we should not forget, it's the celebration of the 70th anniversary. 70 years have gone since the landings at Normandy of D-Day. Very important issue. Monsieur Hollande, President Hollande, tries to capitulate on this, but again, we have all to work together for a Europe, and Mr. Hollande should now, with the other leaders, go for a constitution. It is very, very important to make Brussels really work. Without the constitution, it cannot happen. Let's be fair on this. On the Far East now, the situation is not very nice. China, according to the Americans, they have spent $145 billion for their defense. We call it defense purpose. Of course, the Americans have spent more amounts, more or less, they have spent. But so, if China wants to be a peaceful factor in the area, they should come down to their senses before the whole area goes on fire. The subcontinent too, India and Pakistan, has to be watched as well. As for the other areas, we have to make sure things come to a disaster. Unfortunately, the last thing we have to say is the sudden passage away, the passing over of Admiral John Theophanidis. Danny, as he used to be known to every one of us, Danny passed away suddenly without any further trouble. He started his new trip on board a new vessel of life to eternity. We all said to him goodbye yesterday at Athens First Cemetery. Who wasn't there? It was a salutation of one of the greatest men of the Greek armed forces, from the Greek Navy, and of course of NATO forces as well. Goodbye, Danny. Addio, Phile. Goodbye, our friend. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you have enjoyed Posidonia. We're sure you're listening to us, and wish you all the very best. This is John FARACLAS from allaboutshipping.co.uk. Over and out.